fully appreciate it.
Alright, we are starting a little early just in case there's any problems. For the main reason that I am on a completely new TV in my new house, so hopefully everything's okay. But hey everyone, it's Rain. Welcome back to another Genshin Impact stream. Today I think we're about to get caught up completely with Genshin. I think this will be our last little catch-up stream. I haven't done a lot of the world quests. I know. That's not really my main priority. I would like to get these quests done. Navia and Chiori. I'm hoping I can get them both done today. If not, it's not the end of the world. I can do Chiori's another day. I was just hoping I could get caught up before the new update, so I would be caught up for it, but it's not the end of the world if I can't. Like I said, I do know I still have some world quests to do. I don't usually stream those. I'm going to try and get those done here soon. I just want to know if you did the kitty event. No, that is another thing I want to do today.
But
is it... Oh, it's gone. Oh no, I thought I still had time. No! Oh well. I missed it, unfortunately. I thought I still had like a day on it or something. Damn it. It ended? Yeah, I could see that. I thought I still had a day. That's why I streamed Genshin today. Damn. Oh well. Oh well. There's not really events going on right now, so I guess we're just gonna prioritize trying to get the character quests done before the update. So, Navia's is already unlocked, so let's go. How do I think I started... Did I start Navia's? I don't really know. I know I unlocked it. Navia is one of my favorite characters in Fontaine, so I'm really excited to do this one actually. The poor kitties. They probably died because of you? Oh no. I'm sure they took care of them at the Cat's Tail. Oh yeah, Thomas, congrats on getting New Valette. I just saw your text. Your message on here. Got New Valette on my birthday. Congrats. I think I already knew that from Discord, but just thought I'd say that again. That's really cool.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
I love you, Navia.
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
No plans in particular.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of.
That's good.
Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster.
Wasn't Spina de Rasula
I've been
affected
making
too?
a lot of trips between. Well, though the victims have received
My
relief
team for him
payments from the court,
is
in my opinion,
New
as
Valette,
the
Raiden,
administrators
Nahida,
of
and
Poisson,
Venti.
Spina de Rosula should take some responsibility as well.
So, 3 Archons and a dragon. Or I guess you could just say the sovereigns of the nations. That's cool. I'm pretty sure Farina is his best party member too. And don't you have Farina? That would be a good switch in for certain dungeons and stuff. But then again, unless you're doing Abyss, it doesn't really matter because you can beat anything with any team in this game.
For the damages to be repaid at a later
As long as
date.
it's not Abyss.
Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our
Is anyone
commitment.
pulling for the knave?
They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
I think I'm definitely pulling for her. I don't know if I'm going to pull for... I kind of want her weapon because it's the only one that looks good with her scythe. And I know it's just aesthetics. But, oh my god, it looks so cool with her. And she's based off of Shadow Fuwa from Honkai Impact. I think I'm going to get her and her scythe. My best friend, she also plays Genshin. She doesn't spend money on this game. I don't think she ever has. She said if she does not get the knave, she is going to swipe just so she can get her. She loves her that much.
Looking like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up.
I tried using Farina, but I kept dying. Gotcha.
Oh, you bet.
I'm pretty sure.
That and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another.
I'm pretty sure Farina is not supposed to be like the healer for the team. A lot of people say to use Jean or another healer that's just not Kokomi or Barbara.
So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And then?
And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
Farina, in a way, is a lot like Hu Tao in playstyle, and that's why she's really good for Hu Tao too, because she diminishes the HP of everyone in the party, but that's really good for her ult, because Farina needs her HP low, because the best way to get her stacks with her ult is by healing. So if her HP is low, so if you use her skill and her ult, and then switch into your healer, and then heal your party back up to full HP, you'll do so much more damage with Farina, it's ridiculous. Like, really. That's why Jean is so good with her, because her ult's like one big burst of healing.
But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
I haven't seen the live stream, and I forgot about it, and now I lost the codes. Damn. I haven't watched the live stream yet, either. I haven't had a computer or anything to really record or stream on for the past week, so I'm behind on a lot of reactions and a lot of videos I want to make. But I was off today, and I literally was trying to get my computer to work to record some, but after it was on for like 30 minutes, it just kept crashing. If I had more than one thing pulled up, I really don't know what's wrong with it. I don't want to do it, but I might have to disassemble my PC tonight and reassemble it.
Oh, want to take a look?
Which is not going to be fun. It's going to take hours, but...
Let Paimon see! Wait, there's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment.
I wasn't really paying
amount for
attention to
the
the quest, and now I'm like, oh my god, I'm so lost.
The second one...
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Maybe just use standardized short stand symbols next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out
Time
once
back
you've
in a
tried them
flash.
out
All right, bye,
yourself.
Thomas. Thanks for
I thought
stopping
that
by.
As long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Yep.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things
I've done
on the
stupid
list.
things like that.
There are still a few
Alright,
symbols
just
that
give
I
me a
can't
sec, guys. Someone
decipher,
keeps
but
calling me.
I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes
Okay,
to worst,
I'm back.
I'll just
Sorry,
make another
apparently
trip.
I have a delivery at my old house. Apartment, I guess.
So you're going to head back now?
Funny coincidence is all. Anyway, right after I finish streaming, I'm gonna have to go pick up my dresser that finally came. Yay!
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since
now I'm
we
gonna have to
talked
build
about
that
the
tonight too.
reconstruction earlier, want to come
I'll
with
make
me and
Mike
check
do
out
it.
the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans,
I got a
right?
computer to rebuild.
So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
I'd be interested in taking a look.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Okay, for a second there I thought she meant like her boat that's also her house. I was like, that thing can move.
All right, follow me.
Sounds good to me,
I'll
let's
take
go.
You there.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie, because I was talking to Chad, I missed half that conversation, but I think I kind of get the gist of it.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
I think I've seen a specific cutscene from Navia's quest before. Because usually when I'm scrolling through like YouTube shorts and stuff, I will come across like Genshin shorts and stuff. And I've seen a video of Navia like shooting boulders that were like in a rock slide. I'm assuming it's from her quest because I haven't seen it in the main story.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I'm expecting to see that in
Navia
this
are self-explanatory,
in this quest,
while
which will be kind of cool.
was the name that my mother went by.
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub.
Well, isn't
So there was no real reason
aren't
to
they like a
build line
mafia though?
straight
Wouldn't it
to
be better
Poisson.
if they were off the beaten path?
You are right that it is a bit strange though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Fair.
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is.
It's really slow
You know
though.
what my father was like? Even I often
I think I've
struggled to
actually only
figure
ridden
out
it
what was
twice,
going on in his
and it was for a
head.
quest.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the
I know
rights
people
of
like
all
that.
the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just...
That's so funny. I can see like I
Not
can imagine
very
like
agreeable.
little like 10-year-old Navia screaming at her dad. And her dad just being stubborn
Boss,
about
the
it.
boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Let's go. I still haven't built Navia. I got her and I got her axe, but that was about the time that I stopped playing Genshin. And so I just haven't built her. Which sucks, because she's like my favorite character from Fontaine, which I said already.
It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
I'm
touchy
sorry.
subject.
She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
Holy shit, Paimon! That was so holy crap, that was so insensitive.
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten
That
along
seemed like
famously.
so intentional. She did not have to repeat. That was probably for the audience's sake, in case like people don't
While my
have
papa
Navia
was
and like
stiff
read her
like a
quest
board,
or whatever.
My mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws.
But the way Paimon said it, it just kind of sounded like she did not have to bring up that whole story. Like, what the
My
hell?
father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy.
I'd like to point out that I
Their
do
work
not have
made sure
autoplay
that the
on, and
Spina
it's
could
still
grow
doing it.
and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Power couple.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So
It's kind of weird that she never got new bodyguards after Silver and what was the old man's name?
I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea.
Like, I know a lot of Spina de Rosula was, like, killed off in the, like, drowning incident, but, like, I don't know, it's very strange that she wouldn't get someone else to be with her for protection or whatever.
And gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Do you miss them? Melus, that's his name.
Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past. But
I actually really like Silver. He was like one of the better side characters.
Towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
That is true. She's got to look strong, and she's got to be strong sometimes. She's got an entire city of people to look after.
I'll show you the new Poisson.
Is it actually going to be different, or is it just going to be a rebuilt version of the old one?
Navia, do you think she's doing alright?
I think she's putting on a front. She seems to be managing. She's always having to cope with someone, one thing or another.
Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
She grew up with her mom being dead, an absentee father, then her father died. Then she tried to figure out what happened to her father and like the murder case and everything, and then she finally found closure, and then her people were almost completely wiped out. Like, dude, she has suffered so many tragedies. Like, her like best friends and bodyguards were killed. Okay, so yeah, it's literally just the same old. I thought it was actually gonna look different, but it's exactly the same.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being,
True.
I'll go around without any attendance.
If you guys have Navia, like, oh my god. Her with 2 fire units, she does ridiculous damage.
We did hand over some of Melus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
I used her with Bennett and Toma.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Melus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right.
Oh,
there's no need to be
her
so
new right
formal.
hand.
Everyone's
that's
practically
cool.
old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So, basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him.
But now that they solved the murder case
cleared,
and found him
and the town is
innocent,
also being rebuilt, I
they
thought
can.
this would be the perfect chance
That's
to actually realize
actually
this
really
dream.
cool.
The funds to
She'll
build
get
the
some
statue
closure.
were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis and everything they did.
Shouldn't Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be
I
so
get that.
humble.
She wants to
Didn't
feel
you
like
just
she's
help
earned
save
it.
the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this,
I
might just
say
float
she should
off
get it
into
too.
the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value.
Well, if
At
that's
a
what you
minimum,
think.
I'd have to match what my father did for the people. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
Okay.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
At least they didn't, like, not say us. Me.
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine. Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent,
I
let's grab
guess.
some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the
It
camera.
just kind of seems like another girl is simping for the traveler out of
Well,
nowhere.
what do you think? Got any ideas?
Ayaka, oh my god, in the Ayaka quest, she went from like, oh my god, you're such a good friend, thank you for taking me to the festival, to be like, I love you. It went so fast.
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit, and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all
Okay.
good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Okay, then let's try something imposing. Distance. A happy pose.
A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Because I don't think imposing would be... Ew, no.
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Yeah, no.
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing
I just didn't
at?
think imposing would be good.
And that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as...
Could one of you try striking a pose? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it. Let's try something else.
Yeah. Okay, then let's try something... See, imposing doesn't seem great. That seems like fearful. But I guess that would also mean like good leadership maybe? Like strong leadership. Distant...
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This
So
pose.
smug.
It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
Dude, Navia pulled that off so well.
Pose a bit too bold and heroic. Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh my god.
Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
So distant is the right one? That doesn't seem exactly right, but...
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
I thought it meant like distant
Look
towards
over
each
there, my
other,
dear
because they were
Clementine.
both
As
working
you can
really
see,
hard and all that
every
stuff.
tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Okay.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
I thought
But
they meant
then,
like
since
they were
we're
going to be
putting it in the
standing
town,
on a boat in
whole
the
point
statue.
of the pose would be lost.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
I mean, she looks good with her parasol out.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Oh, don't worry. We
Hi
still
and
got a lot
good.
of
Wait,
reference shots out of the
what?
session,
Hi
and
Galaxy,
each of
how
them
are
can
you?
be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups.
What are you up to?
If I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you
You did
still
not do the
remember that
Navia
girl?
quest?
The girl I went to see with
No.
you two. Her name is
Navia
Adele.
and Chiori are the two left that I have to do, and I'll be completely caught up with Genshin again. I think I stopped really playing Genshin because I got really into Star Rail and really into some other stuff. I think that's around when we started playing Persona 3 Reload too. Around when Navia came out. So I pulled for Navia, never built her. So yeah, that's about when I stopped playing Genshin like every other day like I used to. So yeah, I'm still getting caught up.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me. And she told me that she wanted to join the
But once
Spina
we get
too.
Navia's and Chiori's done and do the next version update quest and the Knave quest, most likely, I'll be completely caught up.
I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift.
That's kind of cute.
But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On
No,
the
we can
matter
do
of
it.
the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
At least this way we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Fair. If we actually get them for the teapot. Otherwise, meh.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back
Coulter?
already from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, he was in the Fortress of Meripede. Okay. So, what rule did you break to get sent there?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time.
Did you eat cake
Gotta
like
say,
we
turns
did?
out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home.
Is he gonna be the new Silver?
You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back,
Nightmares
Coulter.
about the welfare
You
meal.
look as well as ever.
Oh my god.
And this guy is...
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter.
I thought we would have met him because we were in the Fortress of Meripede too. It would have been really cool if they like
Fortress of Meripede some time ago.
had him in the Rio quest or something, so we could have like met him before.
But looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots.
Oh my god, that's another character I need to build. Oh my god.
Wait, Mr.
I've been
Marcel,
slacking on Genshin so hard.
What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
I haven't built Cloud Retainer, I haven't built Navia, and I haven't built Rio. And I've pulled for all of them.
Well, I know that
This is why I'm not spending any more money on Genshin.
I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details.
The Knave is the last character
Mr. Marcel was somehow involved
I'm spending money on, unless it's an Archon. If I'm not gonna build the character, I'm not gonna pull for him anymore.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poissons. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Says the floating fairy who literally can't stop herself when she sees money or food. We just follow Navia's lead.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice, nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Fudge. He doesn't know.
About
I
that.
almost cussed.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right?
Dude, why would they
You're
joke
just
about that?
scaring me on purpose because
Okay,
I
I'm
don't know
back.
anything about
I was
what's
thinking
happened.
about my teams with Nouvellette to
sorry.
try to make it better. No, it's a
It's the
good team. If you want to use that team, go ahead.
They weren't the only people we lost either. Many
I thought it
others,
was a really good team.
including Melissa, also
I was
lost
just
their
kinda
lives
thinking
in the
out loud.
disaster.
Luce and Melissa, dead. They're just gone. Luce, I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town.
Were you like old friends?
believe
That's
it.
so sad. Anyway, to like break up
Malus
this
and
sad
Coulter were
moment
friends
that
for many years.
doesn't
They've
really
even
feel all
served
that
on many
sad
missions
because no
together
one's
during the
even
early
like
days of the Spina.
crying, but
I can understand how he feels.
I was just saying that
Let's
Farina
sit
is just
down
like
somewhere,
really good for
so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were
Nouvellette.
gone.
She's really good for
Okay.
Hu Tao too. I've been using them two together a lot since I started playing again. But yeah, this is my Nouvellette team. Nouvellette, Farina, Jean, and Fischl. I could also use Raiden, but I just decided to use Fischl because I use Raiden for literally everything else. It's a fun team. No, not quests. I want map. Okay. Do, 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 do. Super weird question, but like, when this place flooded, if they just got on her boat, would this boat have floated? Because I'm pretty sure it was like the only building that didn't get destroyed when Spina de Rosula flooded, right? Like, all the houses were broken, all that kind of stuff, but her boat was fine. I know it's up higher. But was it because it just kind of floated, or what?
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would have found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to
Was
foresee
Marcel
all that, and yet still plot to kidnap
the
and dissolve you for
shopkeeper
his insane
who
research.
killed her dad?
The good news is that the
Was he like
contrary
the
of
serial
Cavalier is
killer
no
or
more.
something?
Gone with them too is the entire
It's been a
synth
while.
manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
I'm pretty sure that's who
Are
they're
you
talking
sure?
about.
But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Who?
Romu?
Yeah, me too.
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not
Okay.
only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement.
So they never
Romeu
added the
ended up
line.
taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice.
Stubbornness
those
can be really good
relationships
for
that
a
he spent
leader,
fortune to build didn't help
but
in
if
the
it
least.
actively goes against something that would have been good for your city or your people or whatever, sometimes you gotta be humble. Sometimes you just gotta apologize. Like, honestly.
Yeah, you could say it was the price
Anyway,
he
how have
paid
you guys
for
been
sticking to his
today?
bel-
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that.
Okay.
He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis' side.
I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the
Is
straw
everyone
that
else a
broke
little
the camel's
confused?
back.
They're like saying a lot of
On
names.
that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion.
Oh my god. It's just
They
one of those
believed
days when my
that
brain just does not
Miss
want to work great.
Clementine lost her ability to serve as
Even
an
though, like,
impartial mediator when she
haven't really
became
done
pregnant
anything
with
today.
Callus's child.
Besides, like, clean a little bit and unpack. I've been tired since I woke up. You guys ever had those days where, like, no matter what you do, you're just, I don't know, like, kind of like your brain's foggy a little bit? Just a little sluggish.
So, they thought she had betrayed
I'm having
them?
one of those days today.
But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have
Yeah.
the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard, once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side.
So what? If she actually thought the other person was right, then...
Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
Damn.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeo and his people cut ties with the Spina. It never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Maybe Nuvolette, Yaimiko, Farina, and Baizu. Baizu is a really good one. I don't know about Miko, just because I haven't tried it. Then again, that would be kind of fun because then you'd have Miko's turrets and Farina's water creatures all out on the field at once.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in
Kind
their
of sounds like a
sights for
fun
very
team.
long time.
I don't have Baizu though, so I have no idea how he works. But I know he's a really good healer.
Even
That's
though
about
Marcel's
it.
faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
That sounds like a fun team. Wait, doesn't Baiju also have like a snake? That's on the he has the white snake. That's not what I mean. Like in his kit, doesn't he have like a snake that attacks the enemies?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter.
So you could have
Thank you for telling me about this
Farina's
as
fish friends, Miko's turrets, Baiju's snake, all attacking the enemies. Where Nuvolette's just
Don't
standing
worry,
there
it's
with
nothing.
water
Do
bazooka.
you have a moment right now? How
That
about
sounds
we go out
fun.
for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
Yeah.
well. In that case, why don't we go
Getting
back
out
to
of
the
prison
court?
and finding
I
out
can
that a
pick
lot
up
of people
Delcy
you
uniform
love
while we're
died
there as
in
well.
like a tragedy
It'll save Laurent's guys a trip.
that you didn't know about would suck.
Want to come with me again, you two?
Like that's
You
awful.
don't mind, do you?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
Wanna see Aldare cheer up?
We really are the best of partners.
Do do do. Okay, where are we going exactly? No, I keep doing that. I'm gonna go to map. Do, 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 do. Zoom in. Is that under? Hopefully that's good. No, do not make it rain. You do not need to be wet, Nuvolette. Have you guys seen the plunge attack Farina builds? Oh.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something
I was
like
watching
a hiking
YouTube
trip.
Shorts today, and
Once we're there, we can stay a
someone
few
was
days
using
before we return.
Farina and Cloud Retainer to make like a plunge
Sounds
attack
good.
Farina build,
I haven't walked
and
this
she actually
road in
did a
long
lot
time.
of damage. Like, was one-shotting bosses, and I was like, I wish I knew how to make characters that good. That would be so cool to know how to do that. I have not seen them. Yeah, people go so hard in this game sometimes. It's a little scary, like how insanely strong characters can get if you just get the right crit and attack ratio. Like, really, was I not supposed to come up here? higher? What do you mean higher? Lower? Okay. I've seen people beat the freaking
Well, we've walked
Electro, what's it called?
Let's take a break.
Manifestation of Electro bird thing and Inazuma, the most annoying boss in the game, at least to me, with Hydro Traveler solo, like in 10 seconds. How do you make your characters that good? I would love to know.
Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass.
Was
When we were
Coulter
hungry,
and
we'd catch a fish or two.
Malus a little closer than than they're saying? Because he's only talking about missing Malus. And he's saying they're old friends, but these sounds like dates they went on.
The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now,
They sound like
blink
the
of
old
an
gay
eye,
couple that like
the
were
aquabus
scared to
lines
come
were
out.
built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try
Where do
some
you
of Navi's
always pull them
macarons?
out from?
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this.
Damn.
Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for
You
the
brought a
ingredients,
portable stove with you?
seems like we're all out of flour and sugar.
I can't
two most
talk,
important
because you could make
ingredients
the
of
portable
all.
cooking pots, and I used to make them all the time.
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he...
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some
Hopefully
sweet
I have them
flowers and
already.
wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get
Why
to
can't we
work,
just get in my
everyone.
teapot? I have a fully functional kitchen in there. That is bigger than you, Navia. Where did you put that? Navia, this isn't something you pull out of your pocket. Are you secretly Vil V and have a freaking tank hiding under your hat? Like, come on.
Ah, how did it go? Did you find... You've all done your part.
I had another team I
Just
thought
leave
of.
the rest to
Wanderer,
me.
Raiden, Yelan, and Baizu. Ultimate Attack, Hyper Bloom. Any team with Raiden and Wanderer, I name mommy issues. Don't ask.
Oh, these macarons looking magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There are still important things we must do.
I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happen
Gotta
to walk
find the
in on
secrets
our
of the
little
world,
reunion.
find all the
It's actually been
Archons,
quite a while since we
find
last
out what
spent time
corrupted my
together.
sister, find out what the end of the journey is.
adventurers never stay in one place for long.
You know,
The name of Spina
the
di
normal
Rosula
world-ending
would just tie
adventures
them
that
down.
anime protagonists go on. Ooh, did you guys hear about the news about the anime? They've officially hired a voice actor list. It's actually starting. Holy shit.
Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides
It was
of
like
the
the first
world.
news I've heard about it in forever.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
That macaron is as big as Paimon's head. She must be in heaven.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
Weren't you in jail for like 10 years? Why are you talking like a librarian?
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water. In
I thought I heard something just now. Was it just small critters?
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join us.
May your
Cheers.
travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And may
I think
our
we'll get more
friendship
news about it
last
this
until
year.
the
That's
end
good.
of time.
I'm kind of excited for the anime. Especially if they like
All set? Let's move out
have
then.
stuff that's like in the world quests
I asked some
or
old
something.
acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Like what if there's like a episode about what are they called?
How brilliant!
R&R. What if they have an episode about the R&R in a couple years or whatever? Because I did not read that quest. I had no idea what was going on in that quest at all. It was literally like 10 hours long and I wasn't reading it. I don't know how people went through that thing.
Shenanigans!
Like, full intention of like actually sitting there reading, learning all the lore and stuff like that. It was so long. If they just have an episode about it in the anime to explain what the heck I was doing, I'd super appreciate it.
How brilliant!
Man, I love Farina. Like seriously, no need to swim anymore. I don't know why I just didn't teleport. I could have just teleported. I ran all that way for nothing. And I know it. How people live without characters like Wanderer or Farina, or like Yelan just to run faster, I will never know.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
How's it going, stranger?
The Demoiselle of Spina
I was kind of hoping
Rosula.
we'd see
I
Chiori.
must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake.
Who
I
cares?
just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle
I
to
live
come
without
and pick it up in
Yelan
person.
and Wanderer,
It's just a uniform
but they're
after all.
such
Any
useful
other folks could
exploration
come instead.
characters. I seriously
always
don't
like to take
understand
even
how
small
you
things
live in
seriously.
that world.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Very useful.
That
I
boss has
know,
got a
right?
point. Going on a trip with
Especially
friends
having
is
like
always better than
Yelan
staying cooped up at
and
home.
Wanderer on the same
Very
adventure
well.
team.
Please, wait here
So
while I
nice.
retrieve the uniform for you.
Farina is the best. Yeah, she is.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the
She's very
Spina?
good. Wanderer is better.
She hasn't given me any concrete
Why walk on
reasons.
Wanderer when you can just
All
fly
she
over
says
it?
is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she
And the
used to be
Knave's gonna be able to
terrified
do
of Papa.
kind of the same
So,
thing as like
as a
Nouvellette
result,
and like
she
float
found
over the
all
water.
the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now.
She's gonna pull out her
She
Phoenix
mustered up
wing
the
and
courage
just
to talk
float.
to me, and felt like I could really understand her. Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too.
Wanderer can't fly
But for
from
now,
Leeway
let's focus on giving
to
her a great
Inazuma
atmosphere
though.
to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once
Here's
she's
the
older,
thing, though.
and
Farina
can really
can't
make
walk
that
there
decision for
either.
herself.
I tried in that one stream. Halfway there, as soon as like Leeway started to fade in the distance, Farina lost the ability to use her skill because we were out of the border. So I drowned. Do you not remember that? I literally drowned because I tried to walk there. From Final Fantasy VII? I could see that, yeah. She's literally just Dark Phoenix. From Honkai Impact 3rd. She's literally just Shadow Fuwa.
Is
Same
something
design.
up to her?
Same, very similar abilities, except for she fights with a scythe instead of her fists.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
But she's got like the dark phoenix feathers and the wings.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them
But then her
too.
boss is like a Black Widow, which is,
Stop right there!
I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's like supposed to be like, not really sure. I'm pretty sure her boss is supposed to be a Black Widow because she fights with spider webs and she has like 6 spider
We knew you
thingies.
were going to be difficult.
I still have no idea. I'm gonna have to watch the live stream tonight. Basically, the Knave skill gives her a wing and lets her float, and then she kind of just flies. But she also is like, if you attack people in that state, you do fire damage. It's like you float, but you're not actually like flying, but you're like above the ground, so you can like go over the water. Kind of like how Nouvellette kind of floats, but it's more like Hu Tao's, because it's just pyro infusion with her attacks. And then her ultimate is really awesome.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's...
Navia?
Strike a pop! By royal decree,
You guys tell I haven't played in a while?
let my name echo in song! Wings of darkness! Now, talk. Who are you? And why were...
Look at us just soaring.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
Oh my god, that motorcycle's so loud.
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken.
She has Infinity Pyro Infusion? Really? I thought that's what her skill did. was it infused her, it was like Hu Tao's where it did pyro infusion. It turned her spear into her scythe. And then it was pyro infusion.
Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
What did she do?
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
Duh.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be
Because
pretty obvious
of
that we can't do
the
anything to you anyway.
Fontaine thing. That prevents you from healing. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen,
I
Callus is
watched
long
the
dead.
trailer in some of
No
her
matter
gameplay.
what happened
I
in the past,
don't know if I
want to
I
be
don't
able
think
to
I
start
watched it
things
all.
anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
Are they brothers or something? Because they all have the same
But
eyes.
if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I
Or are they
won't
just
be
supposed
so
to be copy
lenient
and
next
paste?
time.
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
They all had like
Are
the
you sure
same
it's okay
yellowish
to just
green
let them
eyes.
go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either.
Yeah, it would have benefited. It would have benefited. Oh my god, why can't I say that? It would have benefited the Spina if her father would have just sucked up his pride, continued with the project, and got an Aquabus line to the Spina. Like they have to take such a roundabout way to get to the city because they didn't.
If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
I just love how Oz is stuck there and everyone's just getting a lot of colorful feathers in their face.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. Then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's
Fair.
how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform
I
him
think
of
grudges
everything
like that are
happened
so
here
dumb.
today, so he can
Like,
increase security around Poisson
they're
and be on guard against any
following
suspicious individuals.
this guy who had beef with her father. So they take it out on her, even though the father's dead and she's changing things. Like, they were like the same age as her, so they wouldn't have even been there during the original disagreement. They're just mad on behalf of someone else for what someone else did to her, their boss. Not even her. Like, that's so dumb. You guys get what I mean? Like,
even the pillows they're
Grudges like that are so stupid.
Sorry.
She
that's
did nothing
just
to
what
you.
happens when you live
Leave
near
her
water and
alone.
don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How to...
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay.
Wind, hear me.
Doo-doo. Where? To Wonderland! That did way more damage than I thought it would. Holy shit! Did they change how you take fall damage? Because that was way more than last time.
The waterway here is too narrow.
It's like asking, why do you hate me? And they answer, I don't know, it's tradition
Really
to
does
hate
feel
you.
like
I
this
know,
place is
right?
starting to grow on Paimon.
It's so dumb.
If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Stuff like
Totally.
that starts wars.
Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court.
Metropolis.
He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why
Fair.
people hated him just as much as they loved him.
Getting fair.
All right. Now, why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and
Stubborn
I'll
as
get
a
someone
bull
to tidy
doesn't
up
always
your
make a
room
good
while I'm
leader.
at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at
Right after the
Sandra?
stream tonight, I'm gonna
I'll tell
have
my
to.
guys to stuff your pillows full of actual
I'm gonna have
seaweed
to
right
build
now.
my dresser and stuff.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navi.
That call, like,
Then Paimon really won't be able to
3
sleep at
times
all.
earlier.
I would.
My dresser finally came in the mail and they wanted me to come pick it up. And I'm like, I can't right now. So it's just kind of sitting in my driveway right now. Because I did have one of my friends go pick it up for me. They just texted me they're outside. So literally, like, I just told them to, like, leave it on my driveway because I'm not ending the stream right now. So literally, like, right after the stream, I'm going to have to stay up for like 3 hours to put a giant dresser together, which is gonna be so much fun. But it needs done. It so needs done.
Just say what you mean.
Who am I supposed to sit with? Where am I supposed to sit? Sit and wait for the banquet to begin. Where? Where? I don't know you. Did you say what was wrong with your computer? I think something just came loose, or maybe like the fan or something came loose when I was moving it. I am going to take it apart. I was going to take it apart tonight. I still probably am. And I'm going to try and fix it. But I'm going to just... Right now it's updating. I did some scans to make sure everything is okay. The diagnostic came back that it was fine, so I did
you
some
asleep yet?
updates. it updated. I still having problems. So I think something just came loose when I moved. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the big 3 components out, like the motherboard and stuff out. See if any of the wires in the back are loose. Because like I said, maybe it's the fan. They hook up to the back. I'm going to put all that stuff back on, make sure everything's tight, make sure everything's good. I'm hoping that fixes it. I really hope just it's something that came loose when I moved it.
Oh, no,
I can't afford to buy a new one.
I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Oh, we'll come.
Time to go fishing.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
Troubleshooting, the most annoying part of IT. But the thing you do the most as an IT.
Don't worry. You don't have to do any actual
Yeah,
fishing if you're too tired.
I'm just
think of it as
gonna try and
keeping me
figure out
company.
what's wrong. I don't really
How
know.
does that sound? Okay,
But-
let's go. To the fishing spot.
Do, do, do. It's funny, like, even though I helped build my computer, I, like, didn't really build it myself. I think I've gotten more familiar with my computer by fixing it over the last 2 years than anything else. I've had to watch a lot of videos and stuff on it because my older brother was the one who built it for me, because he's like super tech savvy and stuff like that. He built his own computer and all that, and it works really well. Oh, whoa, never got that. That's cool. But I knew a little bit, so I kind of like helped. Like, I picked out the parts and everything, and I helped him build it. But I wasn't like super familiar with how to, like, fix and stuff, so I had to learn that just so I was able to use it over the years. Because I've had to fix it like 3 times, and the first time it was actually really easy. The thing that your computer screen, your, what's that thing called? Monitor plugs into, that was just loose. Super easy fix. It was one and done.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
The second time, I think something was just loose in the back. I took it
What's
apart,
the
put it back together,
problem?
and it was fine.
Lots of people have put
Hopefully
rods
again,
like
it's something like
these.
that.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Paimon,
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing.
we do
What do you
fishing
think,
very
Traveler?
differently than Navia, and most people.
Then let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Please no.
Honestly,
I'm
Paimon's
never
mainly
fishing in
shocked
this
at
game
how
again.
much energy you still have at this hour.
Never.
Usually
I
by
hate
this time
fishing in
of
this
night,
game
it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep
so
her
much.
eyes open.
Unless
It
the
might
weapon
just be
is really
something
good.
that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I've only gotten 2 fishing weapons, and I don't even use one of them.
I'm sure you'd get
Anymore,
even sleepier
so-
if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway,
I've never got the
I was
bow.
just thinking about how grateful
I got the
am to my
pipe, and
mother,
I got the catch.
as well as the rest of the Spina.
Your mother?
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations.
Have you guys
for me.
went and fished all the
more
weapons?
that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say.
I took one look at the
My
bow
mother
and I was like,
never
no
had those
thanks.
kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant.
Malus and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but
I got the captions that I'm not doing it again.
I learned then that there's always
It is good practice as in IT when
those
taking
around
apart a
you,
computer
the more
and
you should care about doing the right thing
the
to the
static
best of your
mat
abilities. Because
to the base of the computer.
if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll
Sag
have to
your hands.
face the consequences.
Yeah. Especially if you're
And
going
when that
into
time
it.
comes,
Yeah.
those most
It'd be
precious
very
to
good
you
practice.
really will throw themselves in front of you and pay
See-
the price for your mistakes.
Galaxy, as for me, like I said, I got the catch and I said I was never gonna do it again. But then I saw the pipe. And I really thought it looked like a good weapon for Bennett. It kind of was, it's not really unless you are really hungry for energy recharge. It's not the best for him otherwise. But I really just wanted to whack enemies with a pipe. I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I fished for it, and I got it, and I got its ascensions, or whatever they're called. And then I never used it, and I am kind of mad at myself for it.
Sorry.
I got it for the meme, just
shouldn't
like
have brought
the
that up.
fish
I
greatsword.
wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Double-sided sticky
Is
tape.
that why you let those guys
And
go
to
today?
stick loose screws to it and write down
Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting
those
to
four
repeat
so you
the
don't lose
mistakes
track
of
of
the past.
anything. Yeah, that's
I want
probably
to be
smart.
reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line.
Is it gonna be a monster?
Wait, why isn't the rod automatically reeling?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
Okie dokes.
You want Paimon to help too?
Yeah, Paimon. You got arms. All knowledge from my college class. I fully admit that I found screws after taking my computer apart and putting it back together that I didn't know what they were to, and I freaked out before. I still have one that I don't know where it goes, so it's just kind of sitting inside of it.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day.
But I haven't
ahead
had
with
like
the
a
operation
problem.
tomorrow.
It's been
Do
like
with
that
that
for like a
information
year,
as
and
you
I've
wish.
never had a problem with it. I really don't know what it was to.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
See you tomorrow, Navia.
See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
I never thought I'd hear Paimon make a dad joke, but here we are. Moving on.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Don't encourage it.
See, this guy gets
If
it.
she can't learn how to fight,
Anyway,
Don't encourage it.
let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes
We should
she'll
really get an elf
appreciate
system
the
in
gift.
Genshin,
I hope
so
too.
Paimon can help us fight. In Honkai Impact 3rd, they're like, they have a little elf, which are fairies. They're like Paimon, which is how they put Paimon in Honkai Impact 3rd, by the way. Kind of. They did it in a different way, but kind of. But anyway, like, they fight with you, and they're literally just Paimon. Imagine Paimon just floating behind you and, like, being scared and throwing food at the enemy, or, like, shooting little stars. Or something. Then you couldn't say Paimon is, like, useless anymore. It'd be perfect. But no, of course not. Yes, I agree. It would be so cool. And then we could have, like, a little elf system and get, like, I shouldn't be asking for more gacha, but, like, in Honkai Impact 3, they have just characters that like, don't get put as playable characters that get turned into elves. So there's a playable version of them. Like, Bella is a dragon in Honkai Impact 3rd, and they made an elf version of her so she could be playable, kind of. Like, oh, is this underneath? For example, Senora, imagine a little fire-breathing moth lady who fought with you. That would be so cool. And Paimon would just be the free one.
Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Her name is Adele. I never picked up on that.
Oh, thank you so much, boss.
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift,
Maybe she's
I've
trying to
also
get
got
her
another
kid not to join the
surprise.
mob,
Guess who's
Navia.
here?
And you're very much encouraging it. Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that
So they
you
were
also
from the court
helped save
case.
all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
Took
You're
me a second.
really amazing.
But I remember
And if
them now.
Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too. What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
If we ever got like an elf system or something like that in Genshin, which character that didn't become playable would you want as an elf? Imagine the Yakshas as little
Well,
floating
it's
elves
a
that helped
gift
you
for
fight.
Future you. When you
So
first
cool.
told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But
I want a little
it's the Spina's
four-armed
responsibility to
muscle
protect
dude
everyone
floating
as well.
behind me that shoots
Being
lightning.
a member means becoming involved in
Timmy.
all kinds of dangerous situations.
Summons
And since you're
pigeons.
still
Is a
young,
physical
I don't
is a
want your
physical
mom to
elf.
have to worry about
Just
your
runs behind
safety.
you and throws pigeons at the
So,
enemies.
I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone,
True.
I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father
It's kind of sad that just like the first child that we meet in Genshin
warmth and security.
ended up being like the
It's the
community's
least
punching
we can
bag
do.
for 3 years.
As long as you live in Poisson, Even if you're not an official member,
So many people just
you're
love
still a part
traumatizing
of the
Timmy.
family.
It's
Boss!
so bad.
Huh? Is something up, Laurent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What?
Oh.
Explosives?
Well, shoot.
What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and
Timmy
his
shall
folks
get his
must have gotten
revenge.
wind as well.
He is the
Because they
ruler of all the
abandoned their former
pigeons.
posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Could they have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should
Alright,
have gone straight
let's
to the
execute
Maison
him.
Guardian.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the
So they would
Aquabus
just-
was the source of their contention.
But
If
wouldn't
they manage to
the Court of
blow up the
Fontaine just
Aquabus
rebuild
line,
it?
all that rubble will come
The
crashing down the hill
Aquabuses-
and straight into Poisson.
Are
Oh,
they insane?
okay. That's what they
There's
want to do.
innocent people in Poisson.
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible.
If we're about
That
to
should save them
demo
from the worst of it.
Navia,
Let's get
I'm
everyone
probably
onto our
gonna
ship.
put my
That should be the safest place.
Linny team up.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop
Gotcha.
their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Leave
Got it.
to us, Navia. Please stay safe too.
Medical ship.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Ah, shit.
Watch out, boss!
Why, Coulter? Your
do you
name
think
literally
you're
is
doing,
Colt.
Coulter?
You're probably
I
an
thought all
SS
the annoying
follower,
little
a
hindrances had
cultist.
left,
I get
but I
it.
still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas.
Okay.
And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
Why?
You better stick close to me.
Because Malus died protecting her?
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Oh,
Why?
okay.
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson.
Because she was a baby. And her dad was murdered and she had to take over his mob, his gang, whatever you want to call it, at a very young age. I don't understand your hatred.
But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little.
Is this guy seriously saying that the flood, a natural disaster, and her father being murdered when she was still a little girl is her fault? Okay. I understand his name, Coulter, because, you know, cults just blindly follow what their leader says.
And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead. All because of you.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus
Idiot.
as soon as I got out.
Speaking of cults, we need a mushroom cult merch, lol.
Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking.
It was really funny. For our living room, I bought this blanket. I'll post a picture of it on Discord. It's literally just crazy mushrooms. I loved it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is going in our living room. You're living with it.
Begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again.
It just reminded me of the mushroom cult so much.
And it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was
I get
beautiful.
it. You loved
Everything
Malus,
I've
but he
ever
died from a
loved.
flood, dude. A natural disaster. It's not her fault that her father was murdered, and it's not her fault that her mom died in childbirth. Yes, those things happened around her, but those things happened to her too. And I know I'm talking to a video game character who's obviously like a cultist fanatic.
Don't listen to him,
but
boss.
Still.
He's just spouting nonsense.
Does your BF know about the mushroom cult? Or yes and no. He plays Genshin, and he has watched some of my streams before, especially the Genshin ones. And I've mentioned it, but
have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that?
I feel like sometimes when I talk about my crazy, the crazy things that happens on streams, he doesn't really like. He's like, okay, you know.
Have you ever considered that? Maybe people don't stay in Poisson
He's
because
stuck with
of
me
you,
now,
but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came.
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences.
Don't falter. Then
And
don't
when that
falter,
time comes,
Navia. Come on.
Those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you. And
He's
pay
just
the
like,
price
okay,
for your
exactly.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how.
It's like I'll tell him the weird things that we talk
kind
about during
everyone
stream, and he's
was.
just like,
But is that really
All
why
right.
they support me?
okay.
Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia. And my mom loves her too.
I think it's more of a, it's
don't know how
not
to
the same
explain
thing
it,
telling
but
someone
I
about
like
it than them
her,
being
and
there
that was
in on the joke.
I'm
You
sure
know,
Mr. Malus would be
it's
extremely
like trying to explain an
disappointed in
inside
you
joke
right
to
now.
someone. You know,
Somehow
it
managed
just
to
comes out
pin the
very
blame
weird.
For every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and
Oh
get out of
boy,
here
with how
before you
weird
get
we are.
buried.
He's stuck with me now. It's fine.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and
He
Poisson
he
like
moved
this.
he moved in with me.
But
He's
the
stuck
love
with me.
that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Tell him, Navia. Oh, let's go.
This one's got your name on it. This one's got your name on it.
I love her sunglasses on her spin.
Watch out! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Watch out!
Dude, I love Navia so much. Such a good character.
Laurent,
She's got a glowing
I'll
friend
leave the
there.
town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the
It kind of looks like
townspeople.
Navia has a Sealy.
If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it.
I don't know if I've ever brought
you
that
okay,
subject
Navia?
up, but I'm not gonna lie, Abby is a lot like my friend
I
Allie
don't know,
from high school.
But I have to go.
They have met, so I don't think you'd be all that surprised.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Shower me with the...
One bad thing about Nouvelette, turning his cannon. Abby, I ate pizza today. Oh my god. I don't know how that happens to begin with. Like, seriously. I've never even heard of microwavable pizza before Galaxy entered the chat.
They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Barbados, guide us. Time to shine.
I messed that rotation up. It should have been Farina first. That would have been so much more damage.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
How long has it that joke been on this channel? For a very long time, and we are proud of
There's a
it.
strangely shaped hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
2 years? Has it been 2 years? I don't... It might have been 2 years. Feels like such a long time. I was gonna say like a year. But it might have been.
That should do it, right? Navi and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure it was like... Oh... No, it was during the original Wind Trace Festival. Or not Wind Trace. I remember when that joke started, it was when we were playing Wind Trace, my first year of streaming. So yeah, it would have been 2 years. That's crazy. It's been 2 years since I joined the channel. Yeah. I remember when that joke happened.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Yes, you can.
I'm doing this the Spina way.
Navia takes on an avalanche with an umbrella. and wins. Dude, she used her ult. That's so cool. I love the Spanish guitar in the background too. Holy crap. That was such a cool scene. Dude, that was awesome. Please tell me we're gonna go beat the out of the guys who nuked the thing. Oh, okay. We are. They're under arrest. Good to know.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to
Galaxy,
even be worth
I don't know
trying
if
to
I
talk
even
to.
asked you this. Did you see
Please
my Gilgamesh
prosecute
pulls
them
on
in
FGO?
accordance to the law. Spina
He was the last
Rosula
character
will
I
not
pulled
raise
for.
any objections.
I just finished building
Sounds
him
good.
yesterday.
We're
Like,
very
I
appreciative
got
of
his
your
skills
help.
up to
Without it, the
777, which is
consequences would have been
really good
far
for an
worse.
old unit.
All right.
And I got
This
him
operation is a
to
wrap.
level
Take him away.
90. I'm probably going to take him to 100.
We saved everyone!
Oh.
You were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
No. I got him in 110 pull. It was the shortest pulling video I've ever done. I was like, I'm done. I'm saving.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once.
Archetype. No, not
be fine.
Archetype Earth. That's.
Don't worry about me.
That's a couple months later.
But you usually glow up whenever other people
What's his
compliment
name?
you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Is coming next month, and that's why I didn't pull anymore.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators.
Shoot, why
in
can't
the
I remember
town.
his name right now?
The Maison Gardiennage is taking
Salt
them
and
away
pepper
as
hair.
well. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this
The
mission.
saber
If he
from
sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too.
Lynx.
We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least.
I'm blanking on his name, so I feel kind of like shit.
I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone.
Yeah.
I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes.
I'm doing balance
So
in
that
Final Fantasy
one day,
16 because I have no money
People
for the
of Poisson
DLC.
will enjoy the boons
Ah,
it brings
fair.
as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
This guy went from fanatic assassin to, I understand. I was wrong. This would never happen in real life just because he got beat up.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula.
Good.
Once you're
He tried to
discharged from the
assassinate
fortress
you.
again,
That's a
you're
given.
welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
Navia's too nice. This guy tried to stab her and she literally says come back and visit when you're out of jail. Bye. Like what the fuck?
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
Who does
He is
that?
also,
Who invites their
I must say,
assassination
a truly
attempt?
unlucky person.
Ugh.
For protecting the Clementine line.
Who
I was
invites
actually
their
really
attempted
scared, you know?
assassin back for tea next time they
even
get
the
out of
Callus
prison?
line won't be getting
You-
rebuilt anytime
what?
soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day.
This quest escalated
like
so
losing
quickly.
my mother
It
all
went
over
from being
again.
about a statue
Seeing it still
to
standing
picking up
there,
an outfit
tall and proud,
to someone trying to
it
nuke
makes
a
me really
bridge
happy.
and
What
Navia
happened while
almost
we
being
were gone?
assassinated.
Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
It's okay. Everything's fine now.
Thank you so much.
We still making the statue.
Can you give me a hand? Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
Aw.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more
We don't hear him
relief than
speak
I
very
can say.
often. Is that it? Was that the end of the quest?
How do you feel, Navia?
Okay.
Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier.
A
Feel
little
free
weird.
to just
That's
ignore
true.
me.
But it's because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver.
Galaxy,
All thanks to them.
we're getting really
that I've made it
close
this far in life.
to the Pyro
Do you
Nation. So, final answer.
they
Do you
ever
think it's going to be
regretted
Himiko or
choices
Kiana
they
as
made?
the Pyro Archon?
Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
I'm honestly guessing Himiko.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is
no.
already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
You were almost assassinated.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
The reason why I think it's Himiko is because of the Murata tribe. So the Murata tribe was the tribe that Vanessa, Mondstadt's hero, was from. The red hair warriors. They were like the tribe that was like attacked and put in slavery and stuff. The reason why I think that means Himiko is going to be the Pyro Archon is because that tribe descended from the Pyro Archon. And what is Himiko's full name? Himiko Murata. Murata Himiko is her full name. Like, it has to be Himiko. As much as I want it to be Kiana, I really do think it is going to be Himiko. Pyro will be fun. Himiko, if the Archon did not die, if she's dead, then it's Kiana. Fair. Yeah, if the original Pyro Archon died, then it would be Kiana. Or at least I hope it would be. But I think the original Pyro Archon at least is Himiko. I agree with that. There's no rules in Strong Survivors. Yeah. But also, it's going to be all chaos and combat. And we're also going to meet the captain, which I'm really excited for. Because he's like thrown his hat in the ring of the battle. Right? It's an all-out war zone. I'm really excited for the Pyro Nation. Not to mention, there's going to be heat zones. Like the frost zones where you get burned instead of cold. So you have to like, I think you have to bring, was it cryo characters or hydro characters? It was one or the other. I think you have to bring them to try and like stave off the heat instead of the cold, like when you had to bring pyro characters to Dragonspine, which is really cool. I'm really excited for it. It's one of the nations I've been looking forward to the most. It's almost sad that I'm like not even like that crazy hyped for the Cryo Nation, because I know kind of what's gonna happen.
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So
Do I really look that bad?
well,
You've had a
if you're ready,
pretty big
I'll
day.
unveil the present.
Being betrayed by an old friend, almost being assassinated, taking on a rock slide, that would... Oh, her parents. Oh, it's perfect. Please make that the statue. That is so perfect.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Oh, that's so sweet.
This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
Yeah.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will also believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
No, that's kind of sweet. And that's it. We finished it. That was actually a really good quest. It went from like 0 to 1,000 really, really fast. But yeah, it was very good. Probably one of it's probably one of the better ones. Some of the character quests, they're very long because there's like an hour of just talking to NPCs before you get to the character, and that really kills the quest for me. But I spent like the entire quest with Navia. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too like overextended. It was very good. Very, very good. But yeah, what I was saying before, like if it is Kiana, I'll be super happy, because that, if the Pyro Archon does end up being Kiana, then we know who the Cryo Archon is, like hands down. They can't have 2 of our 3 main girls and not have Bronya as the Pyro or as the Cryo Archon. You know, it'd be so weird if she wasn't. So. Did you guys also hear the rumor that we're supposed to be getting a revived Senora in Natlin? I don't know if that's just like a rumor or whatever, but there's like a redesigned Senora that's been like on Twitter like everywhere. Someone's at the door. One sec.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. BF just got home, and he was like, I can't pull in. You have to help me move this. Oh my god, that dresser is so heavy. Holy crap, getting that, just the box inside.
The water possesses a depth
I need a breather. He couldn't pull in because where my friend set it down was like in the middle of our driveway.
Fully appreciate it.
Anyway, as I was saying, I didn't think that the Senora redesign stuff was real, but it's just the fact that I've seen it so frequently, like so many people are posting the same picture, that it almost feels like, I don't know, like there's like weight behind the rumor, if that makes sense, even though you know it's fake. Okay. I don't really think there's really anything else I can do. Unless I just wanted to use my resin, which I guess I could do too. Imagine if Imagine if that was Galaxy at the door. Yeah, no, it was just BF be like, hey, help me with this. It's heavy.
This realm is...
And I'm so mad. I like such really, really nice like ideas for the underwater teapot. But I like haven't done any of them because there's no room. I've never seen it before. Really? It literally comes up on my feed every 2 seconds since I've been on Twitter today. Is there anything new? I've been gone for like 2 months from Genshin. If there is nothing new, I'm going to be very disappointed. This is so long. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just gonna buy these. I have so many ideas for stuff I can change in my Leeway Realm pot now. I never saw it either, really? Huh. I will post it in Discord, because I'm not lying. Oh, a little music sheet, okay. New couch, yes, thank you. I'm out of money, but there's a stage. Look at some of these. When did they add? I love these houses. Oh my god. The teapot itself is going to be the thing that drags me back into Genshin, isn't it? I love this desk. I want that. I'm literally going to start playing Genshin every day again just for the teapot. Swear to God.
If you ever have...
Like, I had like such a great idea for like my house area, but I can't fit anymore. Like, this is all I can fit in this whole thing. I wanted to have like a flower field on this side and like a garden on this side, and then I could have a gazebo that overlooked it. No room. I can't even finish the flower fields because there's no more room. It's such a bummer. I really was hoping they'd up the realm capacity by now. But no, of course not. Just gotta crush my dreams. Where are my dailies? I don't know where I put them. Are they in Leeway? No. Fontaine, maybe? Are they in Fontaine? I honestly don't remember where I have them. Yeah, they're in Fontaine. Okay. So always having ideas for it, but being choked out by Genshin limits. I know! Literally, the Serenity Pot makes me want to play Sims. And I don't own Sims anymore. I used to have it, I think, on my Xbox, but I don't even own an Xbox anymore. Oh, not this one again. Okay. Here's the manta ray that I need for this. Thank you. Damn. Haven't played in a while, so this is... Oh my god, I'm so not used to this. Okay, I gotta go like this. Go like this. Yay. Okay, next daily. There's one. Sims 4 is free on PS5, really? Well, I got it for free? Good to know. Usually when I like get in that mood, I end up just playing Minecraft. Of when like I just want to build and stuff. If this is a fighting one, I like can't do with this team. Let's do Shenhe.
Shower me with praise! Embrace the ice! Yeah!
Best outfit in the game. You should do a Minecraft stream? Maybe. I have literally built 90% of Traverse Town from Kingdom Hearts in Minecraft. I've built all of District 1, all of District 2, except for the church. The church that's in District 2 is like half built, I think. Because I like can't figure out how to do it with it looking good, but still being able to go inside of it with the crazy factory underneath of it. That one's got me stumped. So I started on District 3 and like Merlin's little workshop area. And I have not continued it in months.
This is order.
But I do love my Minecraft world.
Gather.
Let the world collide! Whirling snow!
I used to have a Minecraft world where I made all of Castle Oblivion. Like, seriously, like the worlds inside of Castle Oblivion too.
Will not stand for this.
And I think that was on my Xbox 360, like way back in the day.
Time to shine.
Do not own that anymore either, unfortunately. So I lost that world. Thankfully though, with my PlayStations, I can just transfer my save data over, but no point in getting an Xbox anymore, considering they're going out of business. At least in their gaming department. They are a tech company. They're just giving up on competing with PlayStation, apparently. Giving all their clients to PlayStation, and they're not building any new systems. Unfortunate. Did you guys hear about that? It's so crazy to me, because, like, as long as I can remember, those two have been competing. They were, like, the systems my entire life. And now Xbox is just done. I still find that really weird. No, there's going to be a new Xbox? I'm pretty sure they announced by the end of next year they were done making games. They were done trying to compete for the games and stuff. They're giving all their clients and stuff to PlayStation and Switch and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I heard that. Pretty sure I read the article.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Oh, there's another one. Where are they? Xbox is still making games? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure they stopped. They said because they're owned. Aren't they owned by Microsoft or something? That Xbox as like a console system was kind of being given up on. Last time I played was messing with command blocks. I forgot command blocks were a thing. I don't usually play on creative, so I actually completely forgot about command blocks. I was a builder and a redstoner. Yeah, I just like to build. I never messed with redstone. I'm gonna look up the Xbox thing. Okay, so here's like the first thing that popped up. Microsoft is neither exiting the gaming market or the console market. Xbox as their main console system will be rebranded and updated to a new system that they're coming out at the end of next year. Xbox might have one or two more consoles before their end of the era, but Microsoft as a whole thinks it's a better solution for their new system coming out at the end of 2025. So no, technically they aren't, but Xbox is. It's weird. Sorry, I had to reopen that. So technically I was wrong. I just assumed, I heard the rumor that Xbox was finishing up, or closing, I guess. Stopping. They were stopping making Xboxes, and I just kind of assumed, I guess. Microsoft owns Call of Duty. Yeah, they do. But they also sell it out to clients like Steam and stuff too. So, and PlayStation. I didn't say Microsoft was closing. I said Xbox was. And technically it is. It's just being rebranded, I guess, as a new system next year. But yeah. So I think I am going to start playing Genshin again. I was actually having a lot of fun today, but I still have a couple characters that I really want to build before Natlan comes out. Just so, because let's be real, I'm going to probably try and get some Natlan characters eventually. I need to build Navia. I love Navia. I need to build her, and Cloud Retainer. Cloud Retainer is going to be so good for my Zhao team. I need to just suck it up, find those little rocks, and and finally build her. The question is, I think I'm going to put her on Noblesse. Because here's my thing. If I put her on the team, I'm going to be taking Bennett off. Right? So it would be Farazan on what is that set called for the wind set? Why can't I remember what it's called? This one. Viridescent Vitterair. So Farazan's going to be on Viridescent. Zhao's probably going to be on Yaksha. She's going to be on Noblesse, and then Farina. So I think I'm going to build her that way. On Noblesse, so at least someone on the team will have the Noblesse boost. I don't know if that's like super good for her, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to build Kuki too. She's really good. Rio, unfortunately, is probably gonna have to wait a bit. I'm lazy for character materials too. I know. It's just so much work. Not so much for Navia, because Navia actually wasn't that bad. But finding those little ores, little green crystal things for Cloud Retainer in the new area, which I still haven't finished exploring, by the way, is such a pain. I literally can't find them anywhere, except for like these 3 little clumps of them. So, I don't know. Okay, where is that? I think this actually is. Is that the thing I need for Navia? It might be. By the way, it may be a 0.0% chance that P6 gets announced this Monday. That's cool. Why this Monday? Oh, it's not. Damn. Do you guys see this? I get so many wolf gravestones. It's ridiculous. Ugh. I need to give one to Beto. Probably one to... Chongyun, you can stay with the fish. If I ever build Beto, this is going to be the weapon for her, Wolf's Gravestone. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the only... Her and Eula, I think, are the only two characters that really use it still, unfortunately. I remember back in the day, that was the weapon to have. But, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for today. A little early, because I got to build that dresser tonight, which is going to take a couple hours. Probably going to have Mike do it for me, and while I do my computer. I got to fix the computer before the stream tomorrow so we can play Persona at least once this week. So I'm going to call it here for tonight, guys.
So this is
mainly because I don't have any more character quests to do. But yeah, so I'll hopefully, if I fix my computer, I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow morning. So bye guys, see you later.